please tell us, do you practice?
All the time. All the time.
When did you start?
Oh, so yoga, it was the angels that told me to do the yoga journey. It was the angels.
I love you.
Because it's through meditation, and I was in a really horrible place in my body I'm not the skinniest of people you'll probably see, but for a long time I was extremely overweight. I don't know if you knew that about me, but I just lost 65 pounds.
What?
Yeah, so I'm like really
65 pounds?
Yes, since October 2012. Oh, thanks. And it was just all about being comfortable in my skin. But I went to a gentle hatha class for a long time, but it was so gentle. It was just
what you needed at the time.
It was what I needed. It was so relaxed, but it was not very physical.
Yeah.
And I really got into it, and the angels just kept telling me to do it along with this health plan that I'd done at the same time. And then I said to my angels, I'm ready to step up a notch. Thanks for showing me where I need to go next. So I never say please when I speak to angels. I always just thanks. And for some reason I came across this website, and it was Ashtanga teacher training.
Yes.
And I don't know why, but within half an hour I had signed up for this Ashtanga teacher training. I'd never practiced Ashtanga yoga in my life, and I'm sure you know.
Ashtanga's pretty tough.
It's intense stuff. It's not like beginner's level. And for some reason I was on it, and I started it last April. And while doing the healthy living stuff and that, my life just went from here to there. Like I just went up a notch.
It's amazing. And
now I have this thing where if I don't practice every day, I feel out of it. Apart from a Saturday, I never practice Saturday.
You actually feel out of yourself. You don't feel like you don't feel kind of in your body.
Like I feel like when I do my practice, it's like that time I've got with myself.
Yeah.
It's that time I've got with the alignment of my spine to energise it, to work on the breath, to go in.
Yes.
And even though it's a very physical practice I have now, it still helps me go inside.
Oh yeah.
And do you know what I really noticed the difference with?
Yeah.
I was always quite a distracted person.
Yeah.
Now I feel really honed in.
Yes.
And I think the whole drishti, breathing, holding is really...
Yeah.
So I found Ashtanga, and then I ended up I did a Kriya yoga course at the start of the year in India, doing the cleanses.
Yes.
Which was,
Yeah, so you do your neti parts and your nuali and your...
Nowli, we done Basti, we done like the full on, and then I done a full on cleanse that was bringing stuff out, like really intense stuff.
Congratulations. That's
really hard.
That's hard.
And it was funny
it's challenging to...
Yeah.
I mean, the best of the yogis, that's tough stuff you took on.
I took it all on, and I didn't last as long as some other people, I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
But the cleanses did really help, and even though when I was in India I felt really like protected, when I came home I feel like I've cracked open even more.
Wow.
And it also let me realise that Ashtanga was the way for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you know Ashtanga it's a tough practice.
Yeah. And that's me, and I did finish the teacher training.
Yeah.
But I know I wasn't as up to par with some of the Ashtangis in my course who are all like tiny and floaty. But now I can jump through and all that, and I'm just like over the moon with it. So
how's your chaturanga?
Yeah, really strong. That's the one thing I couldn't do.
Okay.
But no, I'm really strong with chaturanga now, I would say. I still put too much on the shoulders, but...
Okay. I always say it's not really about your chaturanga, it's about the chatter in your ranga.
Oh, that's so cool! Yeah.
So that's amazing. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that yoga is a journey in itself because, I mean, tell us,
you're so right, and you know, when I first started yoga,
I
teach a class now just for complete beginners who have maybe been in a similar circumstance as me. And when I started yoga, you know, like when you're doing something like holding out your toe, the big toe hold, and turning to the right, I just like instantly wanted to do that.
Yes.
It's always about the final pose, but now for me it's more the journey through the pose.
Exactly.
You know, it's not about touching the toe or getting to the ground or standing on your head, and you know, it's the journey to there. It's connecting with your body to get there.
You know, it takes a lot of people time to get that, and that is not just about yoga. That applies to everything through life, because it's not about getting to the goal. It's about enjoying the journey.
Yeah.
And we really have to step into that, don't we?
It's
just
amazing.
enjoy the journey. You know, if you can't touch the ground in your forward bend, but how good does it feel just to be up here anyway?
Yeah.
You know, and if you stop worrying about touching the ground, you'll really connect to how good it could feel just where you are.
No,
and
you're
that's
so
so
right.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing for when you go and see somebody like, I don't know, you know, Keano McGregor practice or someone that's like super bendy, you're like,
Yeah.
I really want to be like that too, but it's just taking your time and following the breath. You'll get there.
You will
Gravity
get
will
there.
take you.
It will take you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. Oh, I love that. I love that. And do you get any angelic kind of commentary on your yoga?
It's so funny. Like, I remember the first yoga class I went to. I switched on and I could see all these people being helped by their angels as they were doing it.
So lovely.
Yeah. So at the end of every class I teach in my own practice,
Yeah.
I then invite the angels in just to say a little prayer.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah, it's nice.
You know, the support that I think what for me and what, you know, this kind of movement into yoga is all about. It's not about the yoga. It's about, do you really want to experience this lifetime in this body in a state of complete love and gratitude for this opportunity that we've got to have a body and to experience the life. And the difference between feeling so yummy inside yourself,
Yeah.
conditioned and well and connected, to the other opportunity of feeling disconnected, stuck, trapped. It's like the difference between being in Barbados or Alcatraz. You know, the prison or in kind of on a beach and just chilling in your life. And that's the kind of the way I see it. It makes people enjoy life.
Yeah, and I'm sure you realise, you probably had this so much more than me, but as soon as you meet people and you say you practice yoga, they go, oh, I can't do yoga, I'm not flexible enough, whereas it's the practice of doing it that makes you flexible. It's just
exactly
crazy.
Amazing. And you're a vegetarian?
Yeah.
Okay, can you tell us a bit about that?
Really, I've always been a vegetarian, and last year I actually tried not being a vegetarian, and I ate fish, and it just didn't work for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been a vegetarian since I was 14, so.
And before you were vegetarian, did you kind of feel...
I was always the pickiest of eaters.
Right.
Like, even if I was eating chicken, there's a little red bit in it, I'd be like, can't eat it.
Yeah.
And then I just decided when I was to do a detox for my Reiki training.
Yeah.
When I was 15, and I stopped eating meat, and then I never went back on it.
And what is it about it that you...
I just feel, this is a personal choice, it's not something I always say, you have to do it, because some of my favourite speakers and teachers are not.
Mine too.
But you know what, that's it. But I always say, for me, it just didn't feel right eating a dead body. That's it, that's me just going to be honest. It just didn't feel right for me using someone else's dead body to survive when it didn't need to happen.
When it didn't need to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is fake. You're
yeah.
looking at my phone.
No, I'm like, but I was going to say, but the other thing is I've always had the hang-ups of like, should I use leather and should I not? But I've got this thing where I've got a leather belt and I've got leather shoes, because it's quite hard to survive without it.
Yeah.
But I always, when I buy a product like that, is I hold it and I say, dear animal, thank you for giving me this.
Thank you.
And I know it sounds really sad and kind of hypocritical, but I always wanted an All Saints leather jacket.
Yeah.
And I remember I got one. And I remember in the changing room, and I went in and I sat in meditation pose, and I said, "Is it okay for me to have this?" And it was yes, you can. And I remember hugging it and saying, "Thank you,
so sweet.
for just letting me have this."
Thank you. Yeah.
You know, so.
You know, that's so sweet.
That's the best I can
Something
do.
that popped into my head in the auditorium was actually.
This is me. Wow.
Yeah.
That looks amazing.
Fake. You can get everything fake today. Okay, these are not fake. But you can get everything fake today, so if it really is part of your kind of your ethos and stuff, you can keep looking and you'll find it, you know. When we were in the auditorium today, I was thinking about, because I'm a vegetarian,
Yeah.
I don't eat eggs, don't drink milk, don't do any of that stuff.
Yeah.
But I have, and for a moment, I was just thinking, I wonder if I should say a prayer to ask all the past things that I ate to forgive me, because I suddenly thought, well, I took their life. But then, I mean, you know, we can go so far. I know that they forgive me.
Yeah.
You know, I sort of know that they do, right?
Yeah, I know. It's just one of those things.
Where do you want to go? Some people will think I'm absolutely crackers for saying that, you know, and just, who cares? I don't actually care. Because there are times in my life that I know I'm not perfect, and we know, you know, life is not about perfection, otherwise we wouldn't be here. If we were already perfect, you know.
There'd be no point being here.
Yeah, right. So I just think that living and let living is one of the elements of forgiving.
Yeah.
You know, if
definitely. Yeah, I do try to be conscious when I'm buying.
Yes.
You know, like recently I really wanted a bubble jacket and I went out my way and everyone I found was filled with down, you know, like feathers, and then I found one that didn't have it, and so, you know, sometimes you can be a conscious buyer.
You can.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. And to talk about the energy of forgiving that we did today, what is one beautiful thing that maybe somebody can do if they are so stuck in a place where a problem is kind of eating them up, like my one, a problem is kind of eating them up and they just can't find the space to forgive somebody else? What can we do?
You know, I think the first thing I always say is just bring it back to yourself and forgive yourself for feeling that way to begin with.
Nice.
You know, because you have the choice of how you feel really deep down. But the most important thing I always say to people is you have to feel it first in order to let it go. So if you just run away from the emotion, it's just going to get further away. Sometimes you've got to go back and really feel and experience it.
Yes.
And then you just forgive yourself for feeling it to begin with.
Yes.
And that's what I always say. But forgiveness, I always say, is a gift you give to yourself, because it's that moment you choose your own happiness and you stop letting someone else's behaviour, choice, or a situation govern your inner peace.
Yes.
So every time you don't forgive someone or don't forgive a situation, you're saying that has power over my happiness right now.
Yes.
So I always say, work through it, feel it, and then choose to let it go, because it's not serving your journey.
Yeah, so you've got to feel it. You've actually got to feel it.
Sometimes you've got to go through the rubbishness, as I call it. You know?
Walk through the shame tunnel.
Yeah, so there you go.
Oh, amazing. And one more little trinket for everybody out there, because I know they're just itching.
Yeah.
Angels. So connecting with angels and angelic energies in our lives.
Well, you know what? I think you should maybe just take it that step further, and the angels of forgiveness. So my mother thing is, thank you, angels, for showing me the miracle of forgiveness. So one of the things I've always worked with people is if they don't understand how to forgive, their angels can lead the way.
Okay.
And they'll point out through synchronicity or experience steps that will lead them towards that forgiveness.
So you could actually use this moment of pain, of all the energy that is related to some situation, to just experiment with angels, ask them to help.
Definitely, and you know the coolest thing is they're always willing to help, they just need the invitation. So I always say life's a big party and that angel's waiting for your invitation to your big party.
Oh, I love that.
So bring them on.
You've got to invite them to the party, guys.
Yeah.
Kyle, thank you so much.
So cool to
thank
hang
you
out.
so much.
That was great fun.
That was really, really lovely, and I can't wait for the rest of the day and to see you. You're going to be at Hay House.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can do it at night. Yeah.
Yay! So that's going to happen. That's in March.
The 8th and 9th of March.
So the 8th and 9th of March in London. I can do it. Hay House. So just Google it. All the information's there, right?
Yeah.
And if you are interested in Kyle's website is kylegray.co.uk, and his books are
You're so good.
And his books are, he's got two beautiful books. One is The Angel Whisperer, and you'll find this on his website as well, or The Angel Prayers.
Yeah.
So thank you, everybody. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and all that beautiful angelic stuff, and just become part of the family. So namaste, everybody.
See you soon.